Hey guys, hope you're doing great. Today I want to show you my most formal pair of shoes. This is the Cuadra black dress shoes. Let's begin with some history of Cuadra. Founded in 1991 by two brothers known as the Cuadra brothers in León, Guanajuato. And just for some context, León, Guanajuato is actually Mexico's leather and footwear capital, producing around 80% of the national's 165 million shoe repairs only in 2020. This tradition in León dates back to around 1611 when it began as a leather tanning and shoemaking craft. With deep historical roots, León's leather industry thrives, employing around 143,000 people and exemplifying Mexican excellence in leather and leather goods on a global scale. Actually, León, Guanajuato's leather is really famous across the world, and very popular brands use it. For example, Thursday Boots, their rugged and resilient leather, is actually from León, Guanajuato, from a tannery that comes from León, Guanajuato in Mexico. So, the true Cuadra brothers were actually inspired by their father, Agustín Cuadra, who dedicated his life to the commercialization of various clothing products and had a deep love for exotic leathers and leather goods. In 1991, Cuadra was founded and they started to manufacture exotic leather boots, belts, and wallets. And in 1995, the first Cuadra shop was founded in León. And to this day, they continue growing even on an international scale. In 2006, they also launched their first line of leather jackets and stitches, and they continue until the present day to explore the commercialization of different leather goods, focusing mainly on exotic cowboy boots and cowboy fashion accessories. Now for some of the shoe details. The brand is Cuadra, the style is genuine leather dress shoes, the price is around $170. They're made in Mexico, and my specific size is 29 on the Mexican scale, which is around an 11 on the US scale. They don't really have much details on the webpage about this specific shoe. They just mention that the leather is genuine leather, that it's bovine leather, and that it has laces for adjusting the size. And also that the sole is a leather sole and it has TPU on it. Basically, that's all they mention on the webpage. So yeah, not many details on there. The webpage also mentions that it has the name of Franco Cuadra, of the brand, in the side of the shoe, which, I don't know, in my opinion, it's a bit tacky to have the name of the brand in the side of the shoe, especially with such a formal shoe. But it's really small and you can barely notice it. So yeah, I think it's okay. Now for the leather. The leather actually looks pretty good. In some of the videos you can see some details in the leather that looks like scars, in my opinion, which makes me think that it might be a top grain or full grain leather, but I'm not sure. Again, the webpage only mentions that it is a genuine leather, which can mean basically anything. So yeah, or maybe these scars that I see are just something that happened in the manufacturing process of the leather. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Also, it's around 1 or 1.5 millimeters thick, which I don't know if that's normal for a dress shoe. I think it is, but I know that boots usually have around 2 millimeters or 2.5 millimeters thick leather. So yeah, pretty thin leather. But looks good. The outside leather looks pretty good. The inside is actually lined with another leather, which I think looks like really low quality leather. It is actually grayish blue, which I think might be because of the chromium tanning. You know how There is vegetable tanned and chrome tan leather. This is most likely a chrome tan leather, and this grayish blue color looks like chromium tanned. When you tan leather with chromium, it sometimes can paint it this color. So I think maybe that's why it has this color, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a design decision. I'm not really sure. The lining is all throughout the shoe, and also in the heel there is a suede lining as well, so that the shoe doesn't move around when you're wearing it. Also, the insole looks to me like low quality leather. It doesn't look really thick. And also I can move the insole a bit, and you can see that the midsole is completely made with synthetic materials. So yeah, insole is low quality leather, midsole synthetic materials, and outsole is leather with a lot of TPU as well. And you can see the TPU is in this middle area and in the heel, and everything else is leather. And it also looks like the heel stack is leather as well. It may be just leatherboard, I'm not sure, but it looks like leather at least. When I move the insole around, you can also see that there is a nail in there, which makes me think that the construction of the heel is pretty good. It looks like the heel stack is actually nailed down instead of only glued on, because that also can happen that they just glue on this part with shoe cement. I think the design of this outsole is pretty good because you have more friction because of the TPU, so it's less likely that you will fall using these shoes, especially when the floor is wet. So yeah, I like the design, although I don't really like that the heel has this big logo on it, because I feel like your heel doesn't really touch the ground that much because of it. So yeah, I don't really like that one, but it's okay, you know, pretty okay. The construction of the shoe looks to be, it is stitched from here to here. So it is around a 180-degree stitching, which makes me think that it is probably a Blake stitch, 180-degree Blake stitch, and everything else is just glued on. But I'm not sure. It might also be a 180-degree Goodyear welt, but I don't know. I won't be able to know unless I tear the shoe apart, which I might do actually in the future. But not soon. Not soon at all. Maybe in a couple of years. If you guys actually know what type of construction this is, if it is a Blake stitch or a Goodyear welt 180 degree, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you happen to know more about the quality of the leather upper, please let me know in the comments, or the reason for the details, the scarring in the leather, please let me know in the comments. And also, if you know the reason for this color, if it is just decorative, or if it actually is chromium tanned color, please let me know in the comments. These shoes, I have worn them. I think I've worn them maybe around 50 to 70 hours total. Yeah, I have worn them to the office, to a couple of offices, and also to meetings with clients. I have also worn them, but yeah, they don't really get that much use from me because they're not really that comfortable. I can usually wear it for maybe 3 or 4 hours if I'm not walking around much. But if I have to walk around, these are really, really uncomfortable. But you know, it's a dress shoe, so you really wouldn't expect it to be really good for walking. But still, it is pretty uncomfortable. And you can see that actually the silhouette is really thin. And it is because your toes are really tight in there. Yeah, so it can be quite uncomfortable for your toes, especially. They're not quite so tight that it makes me think that I should wear a size bigger, but yeah, they're pretty uncomfortable for your toes. The other parts of the shoes are pretty good. The heel is also great, but the toes are really cramped in there. So yeah, not really made for walking or for using them a very long time. These shoes actually look pretty good because I actually mirror shine them using Saphir's shoe cream and Saphir wax. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of it. And I actually taped a video about how I managed to do the mirror shining, which I might upload later. If you want to see it, please let me know in the comments. Now, would I recommend you buy them? I'm actually not sure. I think they're pretty affordable. So for the price, I think they're really good. The materials look good. The upper leather looks really good. And the sole is pretty nice. I would actually rather have a completely leather outsole or a completely TPU outsole, not this hybrid. But yeah, for the price, I think they're really good. They're really good quality. But I would recommend you look for other brands as well. For example, Mermin. Mermin is a really cool brand. They're pretty close to the price point, but I think they have much better quality in their construction and their leather. And actually, I will probably buy a pair of Mermin shoes pretty soon. So I'll show them to you as well. Also, other brands that you can look into are Clarks, Logue, and even Thursday Boots have some shoes that are really cool, and they're close to this price point, but I'm pretty sure that they have much better construction. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please let me know if you want me to upload the video where I mirror shine the shoes, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.